sons of bitches. Got anything else to say? Now's the fucking time! Now's the fucking time!
What's up, folks? Welcome to TMA. We are doing the final episode, Watermelon, and then we will be starting the new series. So, take it away, Sam and Linda.
Next week's the final episode. This Yuzu.
Oh,
is the
Yuzu.
final
Yeah, I
episode.
forgot Yuzu. Sorry, second to
Oh,
last.
good. Second to last. I mixed my Yuzu recipe
Sam.
first, and then like a couple days ago, I was like,
Are
"Oh
you
shit,
muted?
watermelon's first." What am I
Sam's
doing?
muted.
He's not muted.
Sam.
Hey, everybody.
Why can't you
Hey,
hear
Linda.
us?
He's talking, isn't he?
Yeah, he can hear us.
Oh, I
Sam, can you
can't
hear us?
him. Nope,
I can hear you.
I can't hear him.
Why can't you hear him? Maybe you need them.
I can hear you.
Nope.
Oh, you mean Linda?
Now I can hear you.
Oh yeah. What the fuck? She went blurry. Linda's internet was working so good right before this.
Nope,
What
I
happened?
can't
How
hear
did it
him.
just go out of nowhere?
Oh no. That's a bummer.
Buster, you can hear Linda?
Put output.
Buster says he can hear him.
Nope.
Linda, make a bunch of noises. Because we can't hear we can't hear at all.
Should I come in and go back out?
Yeah, you can hear her on the video. I'm literally eating my mic. Like, I'm right on top of it.
I literally can't hear zero. Okay.
Linda can't hear me. She can hear you. She couldn't hear me.
Now I can hear you.
Okay. Hi,
But
Linda.
can you hear
I
me?
you.
Hi.
Okay. I don't know. That was weird. As soon as
Yeah,
we
that
hit,
was weird.
as soon as you started streaming it like
I told you.
we
I
can
told
both each hear Daniel, but not each other. And chat and the video, everybody, you can hear you just fine.
Oh, you
That's
couldn't hear me either?
No, you could. I couldn't hear you. Daniel couldn't hear you. You could hear Daniel.
you. I could hear you both, but chat
Oh,
couldn't hear me because I had myself mute.
Okay. Well, anyways, hello everybody. We're back. Linda's
Hey.
got triple the internet speed. We should be fine.
Lightning fast.
I wouldn't say that necessarily, but definitely like tortoise fast, or not hair fast. Sure. The show's fastest meltdown. That's funny. Welcome in, Buster, Neil, and Kim. Good to see you
Hey guys.
Welcome back. We are at the second to the last final episode of TMA season 1. Yay. So yeah, watermelon tonight. This was God damn it. This was I don't know if it was hard for you, but this was hard for me.
Watermelon?
Yeah.
Well, because
It's just
There
out
weren't a lot
without
of options.
it, so I don't know why.
wasn't too hard. I did make some
No, it's
adjustments.
just really interesting because normally when I mix watermelon, I'm not adding a lot of bakery elements or
I added no bakery elements.
you know what I mean? Or like
Yeah, I've never made like a watermelon cream pie.
I'm Google searching.
or
I'm trying to
something.
look up the chart. I'm Google searching the mixer's almanac. That's not gonna work. Okay. Yeah, you're just doing like fruits, right?
Yeah.
Or a drink, or mint makes sense, but like pistachio doesn't really make sense. And like, or it makes sense. I guess it makes sense, but it's just it was an interesting week. Difficult to decide what to do. Blackberry, blueberry, cucumber. Cinnamon, mint, watermelon, and cinnamon. would have been an interesting one.
Used
Pistachio.
aloe.
I did cactus as well for tequila because it was just like it's one of those, you know. The only real option
Yeah.
was honey. Yeah, honey and vanilla. You could have done salt, but you would have been left with
I
like
used hibiscus. Is that a
caramel.
choice?
No, but you
Oh,
used aloe, so that counts as tequila, right? So you're
yeah,
good.
but
Hibiscus.
for the
What was your
miscellaneous,
hibiscus? Yeah, but what was your hibiscus as?
I
Like,
think
was it your second fruit? We'll go over that. Anyway, it doesn't really
no.
matter. Hey
It
guys,
was
we're at the end of the
my
list. Nobody gives a shit about the rules anymore.
yeah.
Salt was hard, but
Where
like salt, you do see salt on the list. You know, that's a salted caramel, but that's also like that's caramel, licorice, you know, things of that
Yeah.
peanut butter, maybe, you know, and you know, you might be able to get away with doing peanut butter or whatever. So it's like, but with watermelon, I don't know. Watermelon is just one of those flavors that you don't really do very often with things other than just other fruits.
I don't know why I used hibiscus.
Well, it's a good syrupy syrup flavor. So, hey
Wow, I
Luke,
don't
what's
know
up,
why I did
bud?
that.
Yeah, I tried doing like
Whatever.
a watermelon frosted sugar cookie once. It did not work out.
No,
Those
I bet.
exist, so it's like I yeah. So, but doing them in vape form, it just doesn't quite work right. Anyways, yeah, it's hot everywhere. It was in the 80s here today too. I don't know what it is in my house. Can't see my face.
In my
Oh,
house with my AC
78.
running though.
I don't have my AC on though, so
That's 86 with my AC running and two fans.
Neil is double baked. High as a biscuit.
Ah,
Or I
well,
guess
that's
no, that's I guess high double baked would be high as a bisque off, right? I guess if you're from the UK, a biscuit, yeah. Anyways, um, from America, and I'm thinking of a fluffy biscuit, not a like a scone. Anyways, watermelon week. Who goes first this week? Is it me?
you can go first.
I feel like it's me for some reason. But
Yeah, it's you. I'm busy
mine is,
steeping
I
myself.
probably need to make mine public here real quick, actually. So let me do
You
that.
do. So you want me to go then?
Oh, I got it.
Okay. I'm
Come on,
so mad about my picture. I had the coolest picture, but that Imgur, is that how you say it? Won't
Imgur. Yeah, Imgur.
cooperate. So
Oh, like I kind of gave up on doing that. I forgot how almost, and I don't really care to remember. I wish ELR would just make it easier. You know, I was gonna recommend this to ATF too. I don't know if they have this as an option, but I was thinking about this today. How nice it would be to look at your stash, and you know how your stash is alphabetical.
yeah.
It'd be really nice if we were able to categorize that by brand and keep it alphabetical. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So
I always just
it
type in the flavor
groups.
house at the top. It brings it up like that.
Oh, does it really? Me.
Sam.
Oh, you just search the flavor house and then do it that way? Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Well, if I want to. Yeah, if I want
Yeah,
to.
no, that makes
Or
total
some
sense. And then you just do it one house at a time instead of it being a
yeah.
whole list. Yeah, so see, that's why I needed to say that because I knew there was a way to do it.
There it is.
It's called Weird Watermelon. Hashtag teammate. I just made it public. I mean, I went so easy, simple on this week. It's pretty dang good for it's you know pretty mellow. So I ended up doing wild melon flavora at 3, red vanilla soda flavora at 2, and cactus lime inawera at 1. Just look at my recipes. If you're hashtag refresh, I don't know. It's public.
For me. No, I said not for me. It's
It's
it should
mine.
be Sam, but I don't see Sam's. You're right. Go to
Yeah, if
his
I click on
page.
my name and look at my recipes, it is the top recipe. Top public record. I'm saying I can click on it and it loads. Why can't you click on it and it loads?
No, but ELR is being wicked slow. Yeah, I only see mine.
There it is. It is. Well, click on, and then you click on mine.
Oh, weird watermelon. It's the 1, 2, 3, fourth one down under Buster.
You should be able to click on my recipes though.
I see
And
it.
oh shit.
It's the fourth one down.
It's on the ELR front page. If you just exit ELR and open a new tab and go to it. It's just like halfway down the front page.
No, it's, well, maybe.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Did they hear you for any of that? Okay. Sorry guys, Daniel was being crazy. Yeah, I went super easy, you guys. Wild melon flavora, that's a mixed melon, so that covers my double fruit, right? Because melon is a pairing. Red vanilla soda covers my vanilla and my miscellaneous, and cactus covers my tequila. Lime also covers my secondary fruit. So I just kind of went 3-2-1 on this. It's not super punchy. It's nice and sweet. The vanilla, it's not crazy strong. It doesn't really taste like a watermelon cactus cream soda. It kind of tastes like I get the watermelon cactus with a hint of lime and like a smoothness of vanilla. Like the vanilla isn't stand out enough, but it's that soda vanilla as well. So it's not like super creamy, but it's like really smooth. If that makes sense.
Yep. Looks simple,
mellow.
but good.
Yeah, it's very simple. I kind of wanted to. I was like, oh, I can knock this down and keep this at 3 flavors if I wanted to.
So it's good.
Well, I had lime. It is good. I had lime in there, and that flavor lime, and then I was like, well, I was thinking of doing mint, and I was just like, well, wait a second, I could do cactus for tequila. Watermelon and the cactus, I think, go really well together. Like that
I do too.
sweet melon note with that cactus in there, and cactus lime in aware. Daniel, please unmute yourself and chime in on this because your notes are in cactus lime, but cactus lime strength compared to cactus. How, like, you tested it at 1.5 in your notes. I have
Yeah.
it in here at 1. It's like it's a little cactusy. It's not like I feel like 1% cactus is though. Like I feel like they're both, like the lime and the cactus, are a little diluted in the like.
Who's touching her mic?
Not me.
Linda?
What?
What the hell is that sound?
Oh, my water bottle. Sorry.
Hold on one sec. Yep, it was Linda. Linda, you got something in front of your mic. So you can see my notes. So for me, I agree with you. So I've become mute to cactus. So like I do cactus at 2 and 3%, which is ridiculous, but that's where I like it. And the same.
Yeah, but like most people do 0.5 to 1, you know.
Yeah, and cactus lime is definitely like, I mean, I was doing 1.5 to 3% when I first started cactus, so it's definitely not as like punchy.
Kind of like it's a one shot of cactus and lime in Awera.
Yeah, but it's not the same lime. Like
1%.
it's a better lime
You know
than
what I mean?
their
Right.
normal lime.
Yeah. Though it's the old Inawera lime, from what I
Yeah.
understand. But it's like a one shot of those two at 0.5% each. And then, so if you want the full power of each of them at like 1%, you really got to use it at like 2%, kind of a situation, right?
Yeah,
It's just like that, like, because the lime isn't crazy strong in this. I get the cactus a little bit more. There is a hint of lime, which is all I really wanted. But
you can push it all the way up to 4, but
that's what I figured. I was tempted to use this at 1.5, but I ended up just going 3-2-1 on it. But
no,
thank you, Buster. I
you
don't
can
know.
push it. I mean, I prefer the OG and then like just add your own lime, but there's nothing wrong with that flavor. It's pretty cool because it's the OG lime, which I really like. The new they're
It's a good flavor. It's an easy way to knock a flavor out of your recipe if you need to, right? Like if you're like, oh man, this is a lot. I can combine a cactus and a lime together instead of doing cactus, and it's a really good combination of Inawera cactus and a nice lime. So you're not really like um sacrificing using two good flavors for using this one double flavor, which is often the case. It is a really good combo flavor. I just like I'm saying, yeah, like you're saying, I think you can use it a little bit higher
yeah, and
than
people
what you
don't
would
use it
think.
really, so it hasn't been explored. But it's not
If
like
you
a
don't like
terrible
that
flavor.
cactus flavor, you know, I get that cactus flavor at 1%. So
I'm numb, man. I'm about to start doing 5% and just say screw it. I just love the flavor, so it's kind of like WS-23 or something. You get used to it, at least for me.
I think um I think it's that way with a lot of flavors, honestly.
You know what's really
Um
good is you take SSA Juicy Cactus 1.5 and then add Inawera OG Cactus at 1.5, and then that's a solid like cactus base.
um all right, well, Linda,
All right.
you want to go?
Yeah. Let me know when you have it up, Daniel. There's nothing there. Are you hearing the dog squeaking his toy? Okay. Things in front of my mic. All right. So I have watermelon waves. Yep. So I did aloe SSA at 1, cotton candy watermelon purulum at 2, fizzy sherbet BTA at 2, hibiscus sweet flavora at 1, raspberry melina inawera at 0.25, super sweet ultimate watermelon flavor jungle at 1.5, and watermelon medicine flower at 0.5. A sweet watermelon flavored lemon lime soda with an accent of hibiscus syrup. So the hibiscus is really good with the watermelon. Makes it like deep and syrupy and more red, kind of sweet. And I really like the raspberry, but I can't do it more. I really just wanted a little accent of like.
You've been talking this whole time?
Am I muted?
Oh my god. Oh, I couldn't hear at all again. I've just been listening to silence, wondering what y'all are doing. Trying to figure things out.
Okay, so
I hear you now.
raspberry just gives a little hint of like that fresh raspberry, a little more red. Sam can't hear me.
I can now.
Okay.
I can now.
Okay.
Yeah, you just popped in. I was like, oh fuck, you're in the middle of talking about your recipe. Holy cow.
Cotton candy. I had the best picture for this. I had a martini one time at TGI Fridays. It was a watermelon cotton candy martini. The glass was rimmed with cotton candy and had it on top. So it's kind of like that a little bit. This is the first time mixing with medicine flower watermelon. It's like bright and juicy and red, which I think accented the ultimate watermelon, which is kind of like a mix to me. It's not like quite straight up like a straight watermelon. Fizzy sherbet is just like a lemon lime soda to me, like a Sprite. I don't really get the little bit of effervescence. Is that how you say it? I like it. It's good. I wish I had my picture. And the aloe, like you could probably leave it out. To me, it's just kind of adding a little bit of sweetness and like juiciness to the watermelon. And that is it. So yeah. I guess I don't know why I used hibiscus as my last miscellaneous, but it worked really good here with the watermelon. So yeah. I love that aloe. It's kind of what were my notes, but I really liked it. That aloe SSA.
It's good.
Oh,
We've used it, I think, a couple
It's-
times for like a tequila note or whatever, you know.
yeah. It tastes like one of those drinks that you get at the corner store, like a mouth-watering sweet aloe juice. Is a little bit of sweet. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, that's what I did. So I cheated twice, I guess. So who else played?
There was a question
Just
in chat.
real quick. Yeah, Hungry Hippo Wild Melon Flavor is amazing versus TPA what? TFA watermelon is decent. It's a good candied watermelon, but there's better. And then what is it? TFA candy watermelon is also decent, but there's also better, right? Wild melon's a really good natural mixed melon. And yes, it is expensive, and it is also one of their you can use it higher flavors for some people. Rocky doesn't like it over like what 0.5%, he says. TFA wild melon, I've never heard of. Honestly,
I never have either.
I just know they have their honeydews or honeydew 1 and 2 are both fantastic. Best candied honeydew flavors out there, but their watermelons are also good, but like I mean they're cheap, they're good, they're usable. I have 120s of I think regular watermelon. So yeah, I have a 120 of regular TFA watermelon, but like
I love TPA watermelon candy. That's like the
yeah, they're
best.
good flavors, but like I said, like there's a lot of options. So I'm not necessarily saying there's better, but there's so many others that are new and also really good, like SSA double watermelon, you know,
I
or like
don't see TPA
orange
wild
flavor
melon
sour.
on EOR or
So
Google.
yeah, he's double checking real quick.
I'm pretty sure you're thinking of
Either just regular or
Doesn't Purellum have a wild melon?
no, I
it's
just
like
searched it.
melon
I
balls
just
or
showed
something.
everyone there's no wild melon except for what was it, drip hacks or some bullshit, you know? I mean some crap.
So wild melon flavor is not really a wild melon. It's more of a combination
Yeah.
between watermelon, honeydew, and cantaloupe. Like it's got elements of it's like a melon patch mix, and
And
it's
it's mostly
probably,
honeydew.
if not the best. I disagree,
I know everyone
but
gives
there's a
them.
good amount of it in there. There's a little bit of pink, there's a little bit of orange. You know, it's a mixed melon sort of bag,
I think
but
it
it's
goes
really good.
honeydew, cantaloupe, watermelon, watermelon rind. But I think everyone gets
Are they
something different.
natural?
But that's the best blended flavor, like dual flavor ever. Period. I can't
Kim,
think of
so
one.
TFA Honeydew and TFA Honeydew 2 are relatively the same tasting flavor. Um, it's more it's what would you it's kind of like VSO with their raw slash extremes or whatever, right? It's like TFA Honeydew 1 is more concentrated, stronger, just like it can take over a recipe really easily. TFA Honeydew 2, same flavor, but 2-3%, easier to work with, a lot more margin for error. Doesn't quite take over recipes quite as easily. So they're both just as good as each other. It just really kind of depends on what you're mixing with. If you're mixing something that's honeydew dominant, one might be the better option. But yeah, exactly. 2 to 4 on the V2, and then literally a 0.25% to 2% max on the original, depending on how much honeydew you want. But you could solo that flavor. Honestly, it's sticky, sweet, syrupy, candied honeydew. It's like there's a lot of good honeydews out there, but that is in my experience, best candy, just straight sweet candy honeydew. Um, a lot of people are really sensitive to it though. and they'll be like, "Oh, this ruined my tank," you know. So be careful with it. That's all I'm saying.
What cracks?
Not cracks, but more like stains.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, I've changed everything and it still tastes like honeydew. You know, I've heard people say that. I don't get that. That doesn't happen to me. But yeah, the most honey, like Jungle Flavors honeydew is good. There's some other ones, but a lot of them are more natural or they have weird, like Noms. Was it Noms doesn't have a honeydew, but if you're like me, their kiwi has a honeydew note to it, or is it their kiwi and their cucumber both have honeydew
cucumber
notes?
Both.
The cucumber to me tastes just like cucumber, but
Right. So, like I was saying, if you're a little bit like me on the palate, then you might get the honeydew notes off of that one. But it's um, a honeydew slushy would be 100%. Also, if you're looking for mouthfeel slushy, hibiscus is the one that like Linda was using in her recipe. That's you wouldn't think of it, but that's the
so good with melon.
slushy flavor that people use, quote unquote, because it's really just sweet syrupy sweetness, right? It's not just syrupy sugar. There's like flavor to it, but
I think I
like
said I kind of got
icy.
like.
You might want a little coolant as well, because icy mouth feels hard to do. But I'm sorry, Linda. Go ahead.
No. I was just saying, that's what I literally got. Like, I kind of got like a hibiscus sweet tea type of like, not tea, but I got that flavor that's in like Arizona tea when you drink the hibiscus, like that sweet syrupy.
Yeah,
I think it went really well with the melon. It's the first time I've done it, so.
like a sweet syrupy sweet tea, which would be it'd be really sweet, kind of earthy. You know, it's not hibiscus. It's like what we call like a sweet beginner floral, because it's not really at all a floral, right? But it is, but it isn't. But that's hibiscus. Was it FA or no TFA hibiscus? Is the one that people have used as like their slushy, texture flavoring. Fizzy sherbet might give you some fizz, but that's more of like a soda, and then fizz pop. I need to like do some more experiments with fizz pop, because I've used it in recipes and I have it, and I don't really know how well it works. We never really did that on like noted like other additives other than like coolant.
I think I have that mixed with it.
He probably is Hungry Hippo. Yeah, like he probably did a Baja Slush. Daniel the Vaping, what's his ELR name? Daniel the Vape Man.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do actually have some. So Buster has a couple recipes here.
Yep.
My girlfriend is gone until Monday, so I'm not
Where'd
even
you
like
go?
worried about it. We're in Eastern Washington. She's got to drive out to Western Washington. Or Western Washington. She's got to drive out to Eastern Washington and then out to Montana with her family for a memorial for her aunt. I'm kid free tonight and girlfriend free tonight and tomorrow. So I'm like, fuck, what do I do with myself? Normally I'm like, yeah, let's get this over so I can hang out with my girlfriend and eat dinner. And right now I'm just like, let's ramble forever. So yeah,
Well,
slurred
let's
melon.
not
I'll do
ramble.
the. No, we can ramble. That's fine. Slurred melon by Buster. We got aged bourbon cream at 2%. Cap candied watermelon at 4. Flavor West ginger at 0.75. Honey peach flavor jungle at 2.25. Juicy watermelon cap at 3. Lemonade natural flavor west at 5. Polar blast FA 0.6. Strawberry mint SA 0.6. Super sweet 0.5. Ultimate peach 2%. Total flavor percentage 20.7%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 flavors. Freaking fruit fly in my face. Sorry. Polar blast doesn't count. 8 flavors. Slurred is an accurate description for this mix. Predominantly melony peach with hints of lemonade, ginger, and a mint with a splash of alcoholic cream on the tail. Everything combines into one entity while also popping out different aspects each time. That's what you want, honestly. An interesting mix that offers more than just one simple profile. I have found this hard to put down, so are pleased to stop resisting, and so please stop resisting and can now get it. Yeah. Okay. I like the pic. She cute. Green eyes. Awesome. Yeah, man, like honestly, everything combining into one profile, but also kind of hitting you differently. Like we talk about separation and blending a lot. And it's almost kind of like it's an elusive art, right? It's really hard to master that. Because every flavor chemically just combines differently, and you're putting 5 of them together, and it's 10 of them, 8 of them, 9 of them, whatever. So, if you're really like the art of crafting a recipe that is one flavor on the inhale, one flavor on the exhale is extremely difficult. Chime in if you agree. But in my experience, it's extremely difficult. So when you hit that and you're like, oh, this does that, like that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Sometimes you want things to have separation. Sometimes you want things to, be one flavor. Sometimes you want a marshmallow to pop in and out like a cereal, would or whatever. But yeah, awesome, Buster. What do you think, Linda?
Yeah, looks good, different, missing a lot. Yeah, definitely interesting things I wouldn't think to mix. But yeah, I think I don't really have much to say because it's stuff I'd never I wouldn't think to add aged bourbon cream with candied watermelon.
Right? I feel like I
So
did that. Feel like I did a watermelon and aged bourbon cream one time. That sounds familiar.
yeah,
Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. Did he use real flavors?
yeah,
Okay. I probably did it with the Wonder flavors. Let's see.
oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna look because I swear to God I did.
After I said it, I thought that sounds kind of familiar, but
Bourbon aged cream. I don't know if I actually made it public or not. See the thing. Yeah, probably not. Oh, I'm
so
sorry.
Buster,
I was like, I feel like I made a recipe with watermelon and Wonder flavors bourbon aged cream. I'm not. Oh, Wayne has a screwball peanut butter aged bourbon recipe. Caramel maple bar peanut butter. Oh, that looks really good. Sorry.
yes, it's 86 in here. Let's not ramble too long. Sorry.
Can you go
Giant
sit outside?
fish.
Go ahead and go over his other recipe.
All right. You have it up, Daniel? Buster did wet melon raz milkshake. Cucumber chemnovatic at 2, milk FA at 0.75, milkshake cap at 3, Miss Cream Inawera at 1.5, great flavor, natural mint SSA at 0.5, Polar Blast FA at 0.5, raspberry fruity SSA at 2.25, vanilla ice cream liquid barn at 3, and watermelon FA at 3.5. Hanging, everything in harmony. Everything is in harmony beautifully. Everything is in harmony beautifully. Light and refreshing cucumber melon with a raspberry undertone that is not jammy. There is a dash of mint, perfectly balanced with the Polar Blast. Adds some freshness. The ice cream sits at the bottom of the milkshake body. Very happy with how this turned out. Great. I love that Miss Cream. It's very interesting to use in here. Got that little
What
bit
profile of a cream is that again?
It's an ice cream with ice cream cone, but it's more of like an underlying bakery with a It's almost like I would put
Like
it
a
in the category
custardy
of
ice.
no, I would put it in the category of like SSA ice cream vanilla and God, what was I just gonna say? And like a condensed milk almost. It's not really an ice cream, but it's a nice, good, thick cream with a little bit of underlying bakery. If you really pick it apart, almost like a lime monster, how it's got that cookie, but it's kind of hard
Right,
to
but
pick
maybe
apart.
not as distinct or dominant as that cookie note in Lime Monster is.
Yeah. It's supposed
Okay.
to be an ice cream with to
Right.
me it's really just like I forgot yeah, like a thick condensed milk and SSA vanilla ice cream. If I had to like put
once you put it in your mouth and let it melt, what is ice cream but custard anyways, right? Or a vanilla cream
ice.
or the base
Yeah.
that it is without it being frozen. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the yeah, okay. Cool. That sounds I don't think I have it, but I know we've seen it a lot over the last year, so.
Yeah, I
And
have it. It's good.
and you
Really good.
covering it on Noted, so I know I've seen it over the last few years quite a few times without ever getting it, but awesome. Did he so he liked this one too?
Yeah.
Everything's harmony.
First word.
Awesome. Awesome, Buster. I can't wait to see what you put out for these new recipes, man. Daniel, you should throw up the
Mhm.
picture for just the picture so we can remind everybody real quick. So next week is Yuzu, and that will be the last episode of the first season of the Mixer's Almanac. I would love to keep this as the Mixer's Almanac and then just make what we're doing as like a season 2. Then if we decide to change it later on, we call that season 3, whatever. But or season 2 goes indefinitely, who knows?
Yep.
But that way we keep the Mixer's Almanac because we're still on Almanac of Flavors, right? So that picture that Daniel
Yeah.
just flashed up, not next week, but the week after. Hopefully, Linda and I, well, we haven't really, enjoy, we think we're on the right track with what we did last week, as far as the
Yeah.
recipe goes. And if you missed it, go back and watch last week because that's basically our first episode of this new season, talking about how we're gonna do things. But we're on the right track for getting, what are we doing?
Cereal. Yeah.
Captain
TMA
Crunch
too.
and Crunch Berries. I know, I'm sorry, the profile. So our that's the picture. Category was cereal / breakfast. We decided to go Captain Crunch berries, which includes the Captain Crunch and the berries. No, it's not Oops All Berries. So we're working on that. If you want to mix a recipe along with us, which we encourage you to do, please mix along with us. We will be giving you multiple weeks to, fine tune your recipes, change your minds,
Yeah,
whatever.
for sure. I hope people play along.
I hope so too. Hopefully it's not a case of there's not enough time to mix along, right? So, if you look at Mix and Vixens, lots of people played along and they only had a week to come up with their recipe. So, I know a lot of you guys mixing along are long steepers, but now's the time to hone in your skills on short steeps, right? um,
Not
that's
even
also that's important
I,
aspect, but
th-
not even necessarily the shortest of steeps.
I,
If you want to make changes, we're probably going to give you an average of 2 to 3 weeks per recipe. So, if you want to make changes, you do need to make those tests earlier on than 2 weeks. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to make a change, and then steep it for another 3, 4, 5 days to a week.
I think you guys should make a rule for colorblind people that they can interpret shapes if they wanted to, or interpret the colors how they perceive
That's a
them.
good idea. I didn't even think about colorblind people. And then also, if Daniel, do you have them still? Do you have the colors that we
I
picked
have
from
them
last
here.
week?
Hold on. I gotta
Because
find them.
he can put those in chat or whatever. And I don't. Did we make a Facebook post yet? I didn't.
Yeah, we did. Where
Okay,
did I
so
put
the colors for every week. So hippo. I don't know if you
I
watched
think they
last
were
week.
here.
We randomly
Oh, here
generate
they are.
5 colors. Those colors are used to create an image. We still tell you what the colors are. So for colorblind people, those colors, you get to see the violet and the blue and the orange, whatever, the old lace, which is the off white in there. dark orange, navy, plum, medium sea green, and old lace. So you don't have to use. You can see, oh, there's a bunch of greens in there. There's off whites. There's purples and oranges and blues, dark blues. And then translate 3 of those into notes in your recipe based on profile, and the profile is cereals and breakfast items. So there's a lot of options there, man. You could do fucking blueberry oatmeal, and you'd be hitting purple, blue, off white, orange. You know what I mean? You'd be hitting a couple colors with that. So you could do Pop Tarts. You could do Berry Crunch cereal. We had somebody popped a recipe up on ATF that was a Berry Crunch cereal, but then it disappeared. Love to see that. Put it back. That's great. But we want you guys to, before making them public, fine tune the shit out of them, right? Like we really want you guys to be putting out for this series recipes that you're like, this is finished. Maybe I could do a little bit better on this because I only had 2 weeks, but this is the best I can do with 2 weeks of full effort put into this recipe. So
Nothing's stopping you from continuing to work on it, though, if it's something you want to develop more,
agreed, 100% agreed. And
I was just gonna
we're
say
not
that,
gonna, and if you make it public,
work in progress.
later on down the line instead of before we move on, that's fine. We'll talk about it, man. We want people to mix and fruity.
If you want to post it,
Fruity Pebble ice
public,
cream works, Hippo, but the profile has to fit. So we random spin a profile wheel, and this week's profile, that week's profile, last week's is cereal / breakfast.
so
The Fruity Pebble would work
Fruity
if we
Pebble
got
ice cream would work.
That's not a breakfast.
It's cereal.
Oh wait, it is
though.
a cereal. You're right. Okay,
Yeah,
that would
it's
work.
Cereal, yeah.
That would work.
People eat cereal for
Right.
breakfast,
Of course it would.
not just when we're drunk at 10
I'm
p.m.
automatically thinking breakfast cereal
Breakfast.
as a breakfast meal, not like, oh, it's no shit. You could do a like what Linda and I did on our tester. You could do a frosted flake marshmallow bar. Who gives a fuck, right?
Yeah.
Honey toasted oats marshmallow bar. Yes. You could do anything like that. Like, just be creative. The limits are on you, right? We only want three represented colors to notes in your recipe, right? Not 5. Like, we're picking 5 flavors to make the image better, but we only want 3 represented in your recipe. And you can think of whatever. Fruity Pebble. I didn't even think about that. That's 100% right, dude.
Yeah.
You got the purple, the blue, and the orange. There's no yellow in there, but you don't need it, right? And then you fucking
The white, the
off-white
linen
custard ice
for
cream.
ice cream.
White shows up a lot in these because of light, and yellow, without them being, automatic colors and clouds and stuff. So, yeah.
Yep. Good
We
idea.
have 2 weeks. 2 weeks until we decide to go over, and we might not even be finished with it at that point. Well, hopefully we are. We're trying to get that one, so we can start the next episode with a new recipe. But and then I need to work on that.
Yep.
Also a tough profile. We picked a hard one. We could also switch gears and do something different. But, I'd also encourage you to do 2 things, right? Pick 2 ideas and mix 2 different, like Buster does most weeks. And then, fine tune the one that you think has a lot of potential. And, do the other one on your own time or whatever. But
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. We should, so for season 2, if it is a season 2 recipe, we should hashtag it #TMA2.
Yeah.
TMA and then the number 2. Not TMA number 2, but TMA2. Okay? And we'll
Like
reiterate
TMA and
that.
2.
TMA2.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go, Linda.
Yes.
And then that way it's easier for us to find if you decide to, make something public that you started mixing a month ago or whatever. But yeah, #TMA2 for the new season. So there should only be one recipe left for #TMA, and that's next week's. And then after it's TMA2.
if you want to make your TMA2 public, but you're still working on it, I always just put like WIP, work in progress, so people know it might not be complete. And then you can like take that out after. I put it in the notes usually, but I put it first, like work in progress, and put my notes. And then as I go, I change my notes. And then when it's done, I take the work in progress out. That's another thing, just so people know that it's not completely finished.
Yeah. That's a great advice. Yeah, do it, Hungry. So we're working on like I said, a Captain Crunch berries, which includes the Captain Crunch cereal and the berries, but we've just started with the base. So you might get a week of us working on a base, like a cereal base or a donut base or a cake base, and then the next week we're adding in the milk or the jam or whatever. The ice, so we might be really you're gonna see us kind of fine tuning this shit. These recipes. And then we will be spending the entirety of the episode, for the most part, I guess 90% of most episodes, just mixing and coming up with theory mixing, coming up with ideas. Hopefully, limit how many bottles we're using and mixing different versions. But
Hopefully.
yeah. Do we want to? We got a watermelon we could collab tonight.
Yeah.
Or do we want to just skip it?
Could skip it.
I don't really care. Honestly.
I don't care either.
You guys are ready
Anybody
for
else?
TMA 2?
We're ready for TMA too.
We are.
I'm ready. I think I'd rather just sit here and just keep chatting.
Bye,
For like
Luke.
another 10 or whatever.
We could do that. I'm not opposed.
Maybe
I would just get myself all like I'm done with this 86-degree weather. I'm like sitting here sweating my butt off. I had to get up and find all my flavors. I can be coming back dying.
night, Luke. Mix along for 2 weeks, dude. You could do a cereal breakfast related item with that picture, man. The idea of it being a picture is that it inspires you somehow, right? So maybe that recipe makes you think of eating apple pie for breakfast at your grandma's house. Who cares, right? We don't really care. There's not really any rules here. The rules here are pirate rules. They're more suggestions than they are rules.
Guide or something.
But yeah, hippo. I put out Pebbles X, and I really wanted to make Pebbles without the cereal, without the milk, and it ended up becoming a super popular recipe. And it's more popular than the one that does have milk in it. So sometimes, breaking down a recipe like that is a smart way to do it. Sometimes mixing is a fickle bitch. Yeah, you've had cheesecake for breakfast before. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just put that shit in your notes, man. Let's make us understand why that's your breakfast. The idea is that it's cereal, pancake, waffles, oatmeal, that kind of shit, right? That is the idea. And then if we were to get, what are the other options? If we were to get like cream custard vanilla dominant, then maybe we did like a cereal bar, ice cream with pebbles in it or something, or an ice cream with jam or whatever. If we got dessert bakery, it could be an apple pie, right? If it was candy sweet, it could be I don't know, fruit. It's fruit, right? Whipped cream and grapes and blueberries. Who knows? There's a lot of things you could do. Tobacco. We got tobacco, and that was the hard one.
Oof. Just hard because not one of my faves.
It's plausible, but yeah, it's tobacco / RY4 now. But yeah, nut spice would have been harder, I feel like.
Well, peanut butter.
I guess, yeah, that's valid. Yeah, peanut butter and jam, easy peasy.
Hazelnut
Savory, unique. Going some sort of floral, savory. You're not going to see a lot of savory, but bacon might pop up in that, or like probably not, or like fire.
I don't have bacon.
Yeah,
I have
none of them are
zero
good,
savory.
anyways. You might as well just use black fire or some sort of a burnt note instead of bacon, or smoky note. But yeah. Yeah. So that'll be the twist is picking the profile and trying to figure out how to fit it into that, how to fit the image, what you originally thought as soon as you saw it, into that profile. But the rest is mostly just for inspiration, right? Yes, Buster, RY4 is a tobacco. Sometimes. Sometimes.
What do you
Depends
mean?
on the RY4. Some of them don't really have any tobacco in them, like TFA RY4 double. Like more of a dirty caramel.
That's still.
Yeah, for us it's a tobacco. It's tobacco / RY4. That's all Linda's got anyways, so.
No,
Coffee
I
cake.
have some
Boom,
Virginia's.
coffee cake with some fucking jam, man. There you go. She's got a few
I have
tobaccos.
different
You're
tobaccos.
also not a tobacco. You're not a tobacco fan either, though.
Me or Buster?
You, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But RY4 doesn't fit into any other category.
No,
Maybe
it's definitely
cream.
a tobacco.
It's definitely fits with tobacco more than anything else. So, and that's just probably because we want this to be, we want these to be recipes that we both really like a lot. That's the whole point of collabing a recipe, is that you both really like the recipe a lot, and you've met in the middle on flavors that you both have and that you both like, and percentages. Linda and I have different mixing techniques. We mix differently. I love a lot of her recipes. She likes some of my recipes, but like when we combine our heads together, sometimes there's that bit of a clash on the way that we mix on percentages.
You've also helped me a lot, and I've bounced ideas like for your some of your recipes. I'm like, oh, how about this? Or and I know you've helped me a lot. So I think like both of our minds together.
It helps us diversify and learn, and like I've said, if we were doing this off camera for ourselves to like sell as one shots or as like a finished e-liquid line, like that's what we would have to do. It would have to be like, where can we meet in the middle to make this as popular for everybody else as possible? So that's, we're not trying to sell anything here. We're just trying to help you guys craft the best thing possible for yourselves, but also things that other people can enjoy, things that you think you're willing and ready and wanting to share with other people. Because there's a lot of fulfillment in this hobby. A lot of people, stay hidden and don't share their stuff, and I was like that at first, and then it was just like, and you can't start sharing everything, but share stuff that you're not going to get critique unless you do, right? So
I only share stuff that I've mixed more than once, really.
I don't mix a lot of things more than once, so I don't post a ton of recipes anymore. Well, when I do, I've worked on it. There's at least been 2 versions, because I probably didn't nail it the first time, but I probably got pretty damn close the second time, and then that's fine. And I'll post that. And I'm like, you know what I mean? But then if I go, I might I'm thinking about reapproaching my bubblegum lemonade recipe. Due to, by the way, everybody, Daniel, throw this in chat. Check out OTB Dave on YouTube. OTB Dave. New UK mixer. And I don't know how new he is as far as mixing is, but he's kind of picking up the slot for recipe review on YouTube. So go give him a shout out. He just did my Gary Vapes is gone for whatever reason. We don't know why. But Dave's kind of picking up that slot. And even if Gary was here, we want more of that. So he just did my bubblegum lemonade recipe. He did another one before that. what is it? It's the mango, the killer mango recipe that was on ATF forever. Go shout out him. But yeah, I mean,
Yo,
there's
it's
profiles.
apathy.
Huh?
It's apathy.
Hey, Apathy.
Apathy.
Good to
I
see
miss you,
ya.
buddy. Good to see you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't remember what I was saying. Go check out the best damn mango by TBD John. Thank you.
He has some good recipes on ETF.
But yeah, you might mix a recipe and think it's finished, and then 4 years later somebody reviews it and you're like, oh, that's not what I was. They liked it at least, but that's not really what I was trying to do. So I'm really thinking about reapproaching that profile, and I mixed that recipe probably 4 or 5 years ago. That's an older one for sure. But reapproaching a profile and being like, oh, maybe I can do this better. That's gonna fucking happen, So great, yeah. He's a really nice guy, and I'm glad that somebody's picking up this recipe review, with a steep sort of a situation thing, because we just talk about recipes and other people's recipes. We don't really review them, and then we did that a little bit on Noted, but we didn't really do it for Noted DX. And then because Tim
yes,
did
we
not want
did.
not really. Tim didn't want to do it, dude. We did a little bit at the start, but Daniel and Tim both didn't want to do it. Like,
Do what? Recipe weeks?
Because why?
mix other people's recipes, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Tim doesn't have the flavors and Daniel doesn't want to mix other people's shit.
I don't go through all this torture of single flavor testing and all this. We've been over this. My favorite part, I don't even like the physical task of
No, his
mixing.
favorite part is mixing things together and seeing what happens.
That's the best
But
part. So you took it
mixing
away.
other people's recipes, it just wasn't on his radar.
not my
And
thing.
I like doing it because I have 2,000 flavors that I need to fucking use. And sometimes I don't have the right idea. And if I see a recipe that has things in it, then I'm like, okay, cool, let's try it. And then I learn something from that recipe, right? Daniel doesn't want to do that. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't mix a lot of other people's recipes.
I have a
I
few
get
like
ideas from them.
I hate that this recipe that I really want to mix now. I don't hate it. I love Wayne, but it's a Wayne recipe, and that usually ends up happening. But there's another one. I think it's CJ's like cookie dough recipe that looks so good. But yeah, I rarely mix other people's stuff too, and that's kind of why I liked doing that because it made me do it. I'm also really bad at leaving reviews, unless like I went out of my way to mix it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, Apty, it's
actually
good to have you
just-
back, my guy. Hope you're doing good. Sorry, Linda, go ahead.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I mixed a few of Luke's recipes. I just mixed a bottle of his weighty loops ice
Weighty
cream.
Loops?
It's
Yeah.
so good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You need one of those like automatic ones. Rapidly, like Wayne was talking about a couple weeks on this show. Wayne said he was saying that the ultimate situation would be if you had like a machine that you could plug every bottle you get into, and it would like with a computer like pump drops into a bottle. But like, how expensive that would it be?
Why
That'd be
though? Isn't that the fun of it?
Well, like honestly, you could probably do that with like something that did 5 or 6 flavors at once. But then you'd have to like if you did something for every flavor you have, that's insane. There's no way. There's flavors that you don't use ever, right? And then there's the flavors that you use all the time. And then flavors that you might want to test. And having a dedicated vacuum line to every single 10 ml bottle that you have, like in Wayne's case, would be insane. But then you'd have to clean it every time you wanted to change it.
How many flavors does Wayne have, you think?
Probably a lot, but like probably not.
Like
probably close to what we
5,000?
have. No, I don't think so. I think he sticks to the classics. I don't think he'll branch out here and there. but I think he really likes to stick to the tried and trues, you know?
Yeah, well,
'Cause there's a lot of flavors that Wayne doesn't have that, you know, you submit a recipe and he's like, yeah, and they're hard to get. And they're like the really obscure ones, like smoked plum in Aware, the ones that you have to go to direct to get and things like that. But I mean, that's kind of the attraction of his mixing, right? It's like his stuff's all easy to get.
yeah. I think when I first started mixing, I bought all the stuff for Quick. And I was just looking through my extra bottles, and I've like big bottles of creamy yogurt and whatever that strawberry uses, strawberry, ripe, sweet strawberry. I've like so much of his Quick. Yeah.
I have a lot of sweet strawberry and like vanilla custard and sugar cookie Capella.
Yeah, me too. All the things that I bought when I first started, I'm like, okay, yep, sugar cookie, vanilla, like all the vanilla.
But you know,
custards.
if you're someone like Wayne who is, I don't, you know, he's mixing for live mixing and probably doing his testing on things there. But like, if he's, I don't know how much he's doing his commercial mixing, but if you're somebody that's mixing big bottles of the same 10 recipes over and over, you know, an auto dispenser like that might actually be worth it, you know.
Yeah.
But like that's like commercial level production, you know. If you're mixing for yourself, just, yeah. But I don't know. I wish there was a way, like if you had Parkinson's or, you know, got out of surgery, or, you know, you probably shouldn't be vaping necessarily anyways, but like people are gonna, and if you're a mixer, you know, how are you gonna drip your mixes with, you know, a shaking hand or whatever? So yeah, it'd be crazy to have something that made that easier, but yeah, for gallon jugs, apathy, that makes sense.
Yeah. Gallons, yeah.
But that's probably like pumps, like soap dispenser pumps, and then you're putting, you know, a certain amount in like a gallon mix. You're, you know, but I don't mix like that. I don't mix more than 60 mils at a time. So some people do mix a gallon at a time. Big like freaking
my max is 400
growlers and shit. That's crazy, man. Nothing steeps that long for me. Everything becomes muddled in sugar. Just sweet muddle after like 2 months.
My cookie crack steeps for, I have a bottle in there that's probably a year that I cracked open. It's so good and so rich.
I believe it. I mean, I'd be interested in like testing that and being like, okay, my mind's blown, because like I said, most things that sit forever just end up getting too muddled at that point. But I don't think I've ever tried.
Steep. Well, I
don't
made,
think I've ever tried to steep anything for longer than for a month, even. Like, I can't.
well,
I mean,
you know
I
what
could.
happened? I mixed a big bottle, like 500 mils of it, and then I got into like mixing other things, and like my
that's what happened.
butterscotch or my whatever, and then I'm like, oh, but then I went
That's
back.
why
and
I
it's
tend
so
not to.
dark.
I can't tell you how many 30 mils I have around my house that have that much liquid in it.
Yeah, me too.
You know, it's like 5 mils or whatever, and like it's sitting around my room, and I'm like, well, I can't throw it away because that's like, you know, that's like an hour or 2 hours worth of vaping right there of that flavor. But then I've moved on at that point. I moved on at 25 mils, so it's like he's just kind of sit here. So anything, I mean, at 60 is like that too. I get to that point on a 60 mil, and I'm like, move on. But I don't know. I don't know if it's my palate and my vapor's tongue or whatever, but I get really muted to things really quickly. So like after a couple days of something, I just need to switch it out. And that generally just means I'm mixing 30s and 60s because of how much I'm mixing and how many different things I'm mixing, right? So there's no point in mixing bigger bottles. You're right. You nail a fucking recipe, like a cookie crack recipe or whatever. Maybe you mix a huge bottle of it, but you know, I love mixing, so I'd rather just mix a 60 mil of it every
Do you only have one setup going?
so often. What do you mean?
Like, do you only have?
I
like,
do,
one...
yeah. No, I do. I use one. I only have one mod that works right now.
Because I have like 3 or 4. So I have like tank with this
I've
butterscotch.
tried that, and when I try that, I end up I ended up staying with one of them for long enough. Like if you let, I just did this camping. I left my mod on my desk and brought this disposable with me. So I didn't have to worry about charging. I did have to charge it still, but it's like a normal phone charger versus like battery charging and shit. And dripping and having liquid and stuff. So I just brought a disposable with me. But when I came back from camping and my mod, decent cotton and everything had just been sitting there for 2 days, it hit weird for like half an hour. Like the first 5-6 hits of it was like it amped up extra hard. I'm not a big fan of leaving a mod because then you fill two tanks or 3 tanks or whatever. You take one of them for an entire day or 2 days, and then you're like, oh, I'm ready to switch to the other one. That other one's been sitting there with liquid in it for the last 2 days, untouched. So it's like I kind of realized that I didn't like that either because I did used to run multiple mods. I have a tank and my dripper and etc. And then I kind of I've been doing this I've been mixing my own shit and vaping for close to 8 years now, 7.5 years. So I do what I do because I figured out that's my favorite, best way of doing it. And for me, that's just dripping on my Hadley all day, every day on one mod. And if I'll dry it out and change my flavor, and that works just fine for me most of the time. Dry out my cotton and change my flavor if I want to, or I'll change my cotton and
about 12 setups.
That's insane. That's insane.
I think at one point when I first started vaping and like doing rebuilding, I had like 6 or 7 going. Then I'm like, they were all my big steam craves, and like it just got too much. Like, oh, I gotta rewick this, so I was rewicking like 4, and and I'm like, this is too much. I have like 2 drippers and 2 tanks usually going.
You're right, Hippo. Like you're new. You're still trying to figure it out, man. I figured it out.
Yeah.
I figured out that I would rather just sit there and drip every 4 hits, 5 hits. Like that's the way that I vape is the best way, and I've been doing it for years. And I probably won't change that. It's the least stressful for me. I can buy pre-wrapped coils. I just throw it in. I'm good. It's the best flavor for me. It's the best. It's just everything about it is the easiest and most like it's the way that I want it to be. So that's why I do it. But yeah, right, like I said, when I started out, there was a RDA, there was a tank, there was a dripper, or not an RDA, an RDT or an RTA, sorry. But yeah, yeah, Neil, I want to see your Twinkie milkshake recipe. That strawberry Twinkie milkshake sounds awesome. I've changed it. I change things up so often. And my coworker was saying that today. She's like, I'm always trying to guess what you're vaping. I'm like, it's different every day. I swear to God. Like, and I was like, I actually have 2 today. But I think if I did run a duel, it would be I like these disposable pods too much. So, like some sort of a refillable pod, I would probably. And I have like a caliber and stuff, but I just never found one that I really liked.
So you got to buy the coils. Like if you burn your coil out and then you're left with none until the mail comes.
Yeah, it's easier to buy a fucking dispo for $30. That thing lasts a week.
$30? Where are you paying $30?
I think they're like 20 actually. I don't know what they are.
I think
it's like 35 for 2 of them at some places, so it might be like 20 for 1.
Yeah, my 50 bars are 21. Yeah.
I got this on. This lasted me 5 days, 6 days. Yeah. So
that's what they last me.
I'm at I got like 17% of flavor left or whatever. So I mean, you get 2 of those. It's like 2 weeks of vape for price of 3 packs of cigarettes, 3 days worth of cigarettes. So say what you will about dispos and I don't like throwing away LED lights and computer chips and all that shit. But like, compared to cigarettes, man, they still are way cheaper. Like a sixth the price of so if you do a pack of cigarettes a day, that you're looking at what, $10-12 a day on cigarettes. You spend $20 on, and so that's 2 days, 2 packs of cigarettes for the cost of 1 geek bar that lasts you 5 days, 6 days. Right? So it's still cheaper, but yeah. I agree, Mike. It's not the best way to do it. Get something that's refillable, but
Yeah.
over the place here. I have a geek bar.
Cool.
That was a fun conversation I had with my girlfriend the other night, asking me how much nicotine she thought I smoked. I vaped compared to smoking, and then I talked to Linda about this and kind of did the math. And I smoked Newport Reds when I smoked, and there are Newports and menthols and Marlboros were the highest rated. Like you're looking at 20 milligrams of nicotine per cigarette. And 20 cigarettes in a pack. What is
Crazy.
that? 400 milligrams? 20 times 20? 4,000? I don't know. 400?
I forget how I calculated mine, but it was 3/4 less. But I think I did like
Well,
I
figure
averaged
out.
how much, like say I vape 60 mils a week or whatever,
Yeah.
give or take.
Well,
However,
yeah, figure out how much you vape in a day and compare that to how much you smoked in a day. Right?
I know how I did it from the Vape Apocalypse calculator. That's exactly how I did it, and then I figured out the Marlboro 100s Reds, and then it definitely was 3/4 less.
Yeah, Newport Red
intake a
100s and Marb 100s are roughly 19 to 21 milligrams nicotine per cigarette.
Mhm.
So 400 a pack. And if you're doing 400 milligrams a day, one pack a day, and then a 30 milligram,
Yeah.
30
One
mil
cigarette.
bottle,
That's exactly what it was.
a
Like
30
it was
mil
equal to
bottle
like
of
2
4
cigarettes a
milligram
week.
liquid. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane how, and I did the math and it was like 2/3 less. And
Yeah.
I was like,
And,
dude, yeah, it's
and
way less.
I just explained to a doctor that I make my own, and I'm surprised they weren't like, what? But I said the nicotine is like 2 cigarettes a week compared to a pack of cigarettes a day. I'm smoking technically 2 cigarettes a week, vaping the amount or whatever it is. And they just kind of looked at me blankly, like, yeah, okay, whatever. But yeah,
You might as well at
sm-
this point say that you use patches or pouches or gum or something, right? Like, yes, I use nicotine. I'm not going to tell you how, but I use nicotine. I don't smoke cigarettes, but I use nicotine. That's all you're getting off of me.
I don't get shit from any of my doctors.
We'll find
That's
out
my
soon.
health.
I have an appointment in 2 weeks with a new primary, so we'll see how that goes. But
But when you can visibly see that your health is improved, like
my
from
girlfriend's
the
watching.
time you quit smoking, and it's like documented at your doctor's, like there's no doubt about it that vaping is actually better for you than smoking, and it's like
Oh, 100%.
documented. So
Well, I mean, it is. Companies are not legally allowed to say that in the United States without like an attorney general approval.
yeah,
So like even pouches, I think gum and patches, like PATCH, patches and gum, and like those things are legally allowed to say that they help you quit smoking, but pouches are not.
right.
Vaping is not. It's like you have to get the approval to be able to, like, doctoral attorney
But it's
general approval
so
to be able to say
frustrating.
a medical claim like that in the United States for a
Yeah,
product.
but it's frustrating because it's literally documented in my medical records that from the time I quit smoking cigarettes till now, my lungs have cleared up. I no longer have chronic bronchitis. Knock on wood, I haven't gotten bronchitis since I stopped smoking.
I'd be curious, like, to see what my actual like air output is. My lung capacity and stuff like that. But I also smoke a
Mine's
lot of weed.
99.
So I don't
It
know.
was like
I'd be really
95.
curious to see.
Yep. Just put the finger thing on. Go to the
Well,
pharmacy.
dude, not only broccoli, but like tomatoes and nightshade plants. That's poison. Like there's nightshade is just as poisonous as nicotine in high doses, right? If not more so. there's cyanide in cherry seeds and shit. So like, yeah.
Later.
I was vaping and I ran a mile in like 6 minutes when I went to the gym. And that was the fastest mile I've ever fucking done on a treadmill, like ever. And that was after I quit smoking. So there's definitely I haven't done that in a while, but like yeah.
I remember
But
when I
nine
smoked
milligram at 150 watts, that's a lot. Okay. But like mostly the higher nicotine you go, the lower wattage you go. So you're not getting as much per puff necessary, you know what I mean? So there's that variation in wattage and milligram and everything like that. But I don't see myself quitting either. I love mixing. I like nicotine. I'm an adult, right? I can consume caffeine. I put it more online with caffeine than I do like alcohol or cannabis.
totally. Yeah.
So I watch my sugar intakes more than I watch my caffeine intakes. I'll drink a sugar-free Monster before I don't drink a Monster. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So, yeah, I'm an adult. Nicotine, not smoking cigarettes, but I enjoy the stimulus of nicotine. So
it's like my last vice. So I quit everything else.
Yeah, me too. Other than the other two that I have. Yeah, my last mile before I went to the gym when I did like 6.5, 7 minutes was like 15, 20 minutes because I walked it in high school. I hated that shit. I don't like running. But all right,
I saw someone running. It was 101 today. I'm like, how is someone running?
Great day for running, dude. You're gonna sweat it all out.
Oh my god. Yeah, but the air quality we had an air quality alert here. So, pretty rough.
Yeah, we had a tsunami warning yesterday because of that giant earthquake in Russia.
Oh yeah. But you didn't get anything, right? No one.
No, we didn't. I don't know. We didn't get Hawaii barely got anything.
It didn't.
I don't know what Japan and Guam got.
They got. There was toast, but I think Japan hit, but I don't even think that much. I think they said 12-foot waves.
Which for Hawaii is like standard.
No, for Japan.
Oh, okay. I feel like for any of those
Hawaii
places, like they're big surfing areas, like you're gonna get huge fucking waves, right?
But the only thing with that is it's not the size of the wave; it's that it sucks all the water back into it.
It's the recession or whatever it's called.
They actually did a side-by-side in Hawaii of like 30 minutes apart. Like the picture, you could see the water receding, and then you could see it come up, but it was nothing. I think it was just high tide and low tide. Really, is what it looked like. That's the only thing. Like you can say, oh yeah, we get 12-foot waves, but this is like with a bunch of force behind it.
Yeah.
Hawaii was a nightmare last night. I was watching the news and it was like gridlocked, just gridlocked traffic.
Yeah, I don't think we got very much at all, Neil. I'm on the Washington West Coast. I'm a little tucked inside the Puget Sound here in Northwest Washington, but it's kind of a straight shot to me from through the sound from the ocean. But like, yeah, dude. We have a couple low areas where the highway goes by like a bay and it's like 10 feet above sea level. So those areas will flood every once in a while. And I'm sure I wouldn't have been surprised if it got some flooding this morning, early morning. But other than that, it's just across the road, and into the golf course. But yeah. All right, you guys. I think we'll get out of here. We got Yuzu next week and then the new season after that.
Yay.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we're frozen. We
really?
freeze balls. Linda's got her finger in her mouth. What the hell?
No, I know. What? I don't even see it.
Kidding.
Thank you, everyone, for hanging out.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. Neil and Buster and everybody. Mike. Love y'all. We'll see you next week. Good night.
Bye.
I gotta pee.
Bye. Yuzu. Don't forget. Yuzu.
Yuzu. Gotta pee.
Bye. Bye, Apathy. Thank you for hanging out with us. It was good to see Apathy. Oh, Apathy, yes, every Wednesday.
There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong.
That was a lot of fun.
We,
You are about to participate in a great event.
times.
You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to...
Maybe we need to change it.
It's all
We have until we have what, 2 more weeks until we can figure it out?
Yeah, but I gotta figure out Thursday.
Oh no, Annihilator.
I'm getting the weirdest.
Some strippers, male strippers.
Oh, Luke must have seen my post in DIY.
What?
It is so. I don't